everybody. Welcome to the Hallmarkies podcast. And I'm super, super duper excited today to have one of my favorite ladies on television, to have Fran Drescher here. And Fran, I don't know if they told you, but in addition to the Hallmarkies podcast, I have a little podcast that my friends and I do called the Fran Cast, where we are recapping the Nanny every episode, and we do it every Sunday. Yeah, it's so much fun, and this is just like super amazing for me to get a chance to talk with you.
Oh, how great. How big a following do you have on the Francast?
We're still growing, but we've got a couple hundred listeners who every week tune in, so we're proud of that, and we just have so much fun. It's really helped us.
So now I'll be a guest on that too.
Oh, that would be a dream come true. They would be so excited. We would love that. Yeah, we talk about the fashion on every episode, and it's really fun.
Now, did you grow up watching it too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was when I was in high school. It was when the show was on, and I just wanted you to know that there have been so many days that I have been down and in a bad mood, and I put on the Nanny, and it makes me feel better, and it makes me smile. And I just wanted to know, how does that make you feel to know you made something that makes people so happy?
It makes me very happy because I kind of am a nurturer by nature, and I want to make people happy, and I really often make decisions based off of what's best for the collective. I really had to kind of consciously learn how to put myself and my own needs into the equation. So it makes me exceedingly happy to hear that it's gotten you through some difficult times and some down times. Mm-hmm. And at first I didn't really appreciate how important it is to make people laugh. And the more I hear people speak like you, or people that are in the hospital or have someone that's critically ill, and watching the Nanny became the only time that they could watch and enjoy, and it lifts their spirits, and they're not thinking about their troubles. Actually, I began to learn how important it is to make people laugh and make people happy and smile and forget their troubles. And so I'm very grateful that the show continues to be so popular even to this day. And now, of course, we're in development on The Nanny, the musical for Broadway.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for that.
It's going to be great. And we got Rachel Bloom doing all the lyrics, which we're so grateful for, because Peter and I were really concerned about who was going to write funny, smart lyrics that really reflect the tone and the comedic sensibility of the television series. And she just fits in hand in glove and is so brilliant. So we feel very blessed about that. And, I feel very blessed to be part of such a positive holiday film as the Christmas setup on Lifetime, which premieres this Saturday, 12/12 at 8 p.m. And I feel also lucky because, I've gone to the mat for decades now on behalf of Gay Civil Liberties activism. And so I feel honored to be part of Lifetime's first LGBTQ friendly rom-com, and I feel honored to be in a movie that's distinguished in that way. So,
well, we've said a lot of times on the Francast that we don't think that the Nanny gets enough credit for how progressive it actually was. There are a lot of LGBTQ storylines in the show, and a lot of characters and different things, and especially considering it started before Ellen came out, I think it deserves a lot more credit. I mean, that's something that you've always, as you said, you've always been a champion, an ally. And so, yeah, I was going to ask, does it mean something like extra special to you to be in the Christmas setup and be this first LGBTQ lead Christmas rom-com?
Definitely. I mean, first of all, I was in lockdown here in Los Angeles when I got the call
Mm-hmm.
from Lifetime if I wanted to do the movie. Inside of a week, I had to get my dog's travel papers, my COVID negative test, and my work permit to cross the border and shoot a movie in Canada. It all seemed so overwhelming, but something intuitively told me that not only do I need to submerge myself in this feel good movie, but I think I want to be a part of something to give back to, America, who needs to feel good during this time.
Mm-hmm.
And they let me do my quarantine at my dear friends, Donna Dixon and her husband, Dan Aykroyd's home. So that was a beautiful thing because I got to be with family. And I was missing them anyway because they had been in Canada through the whole lockdown period. And then we got together as a little COVID free bubble during the movie, getting tested every other day. And I felt that, I felt safe and I felt like uh, I was pushed out of the nest in a very good way. And from there, when I finished the movie, I went to New York because I have an apartment there and I hadn't been there in a long time. And I saw my sister and her husband and some of, my friends, but a very small COVID bubble. And I saw Renee Taylor from The Nanny, who's
Yeah.
a dear friend of mine, and she lives on my street in New York in a different building. And I wanted to see her because she's 87. And like with my parents, it's precious time. And even though we FaceTime, I was resentful that I'm not able to be near my loved ones.
Yeah.
And then from there, I did go down to Florida and I spent a month with my parents, which was also a beautiful thing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Did Renee give you any advice to play a busybody matchmaking mother?
Well, I had already done the part,
All
so,
right.
but I'll tell you, I mean, I learned from the best. She is a master comedian and was so specific in the
Yeah.
details of how she portrayed Sylvia Fine. Peter and I still watch the series and are in awe of the performances of all the cast members. I mean, when you look at Lauren Lane and Daniel Davis, and of course, Charles Shaughnessy, and definitely Renee Taylor, and our chemistry sitting in her kitchen all those
Yeah.
years. It was just a magical show. And when we did which I'm sure you watched, the nanny table read, which we did as a present to
Yeah.
people when everybody was in lockdown, I'll tell you, it brought me such joy being with everyone. And I didn't even know how happy it would make me to read the original pilot script with all of them and look at their faces and be all together. So it was a very special experience.
Yeah. Had
And
you kept in touch with most everybody, or
yes,
was there?
I keep in touch with everyone. I am closest with Renee and Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
They,
Yeah.
I socialize with them all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's
So I
great.
would say, I mean, I keep in touch with everybody else. Daniel Davis is a very accomplished Broadway star, and I always make a point of go seeing his shows, and and getting together with him when I do, and Peter as well, and I speak, and Lauren Lane, Peter has worked with on a couple of occasions subsequently, and I got to see her recently when she was up in LA, and the kids. I probably talked to Brighton, I mean Brighton, Ben Salisbury and Nicole Tom
Yeah.
more often than Madeline, but I worked with Madeline. I
Mm-hmm.
think she's a fine actress, and I
Yeah.
directed um, a episode of Strong Medicine
Mm.
which is no longer on television, but I hired her because I thought she'd be great for the role. And I do love working with her. I think she's wildly talented.
That's great. Well, so as a Jewish icon, I was wondering, this movie is super, super Christmassy. And I was wondering if that was kind of a fun experience for you to just have
No,
this big
I
Christmas.
celebrate Christmas. I
Okay.
celebrate anything that is positive and
Hmm.
an excuse to get together with my loved ones in gratitude.
Yeah.
So I don't have to follow the structured religion to jump on the bandwagon
Yeah.
and just enjoy the spirit of the holiday. So actually, I'm getting together with three of my nearest and dearest for Hanukkah this Saturday.
Oh, great.
I'm cooking, and Peter and Judy and Donna are joining me.
Oh,
And
fun.
we're going to take a beach walk, and we're going to decorate the Christmas tree.
Hmm.
And then we're going to eat Hanukkah homemade food. And that'll be our day. And then later on, we'll all watch the movie.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah, it's a perfect day.
Hi, everybody. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsors for this episode of the podcast. They're the good folks over at Care Of. And Care Of is a wellness brand that makes it easy to maintain your health goals with a customized vitamin plan that helps you feel your best today and supports you long term. What they do is they have high quality products that meet personalization. If you go onto their website, takecareof.com, you can take their online quiz. And this quiz is a 5-minute quiz that asks you questions about your diet, lifestyle, and health concerns to help you address your specific wellness goals. It only takes a few seconds. And when I took the quiz, we were able to narrow it down to my sleep needs being my highest point of concern. And we were able to get the vitamin plan that I needed for that concern. Care of's holistic online quiz is like getting a one-on-one consultation with a nutritionist, all without leaving your home. They have products that are formulated with good for you, clean ingredients that are backed by science. Care of is super transparent about the research and sourcing behind each one of their products. And you get recommendations come in daily, individualized, wrapped packets that are perfect for getting back into routine. And I think if you were looking for a stocking stuffer or a gift for a athlete or anybody really in your life, I think that a subscription to Care Of is a perfect choice. Right now, the seasons are changing. It's important to get ahead of taking care of your immune health. It takes about 30 days for your body to adapt to new nutrients. So now is a great time to update your vitamin and wellness routines to help support your immune system this fall. Care Of's products go beyond vitamins and supplements to include protein powders and boosts to help supplement your workouts as you move indoors in these colder months. So check out Care Of. I think you'll really enjoy the products. I think it'll be perfect for anybody in your life you're looking for a unique, thoughtful gift. Check out Care Of for 50% off your first Care Of order. Go to takecareof.com, enter code Hallmarkies50. That's 50% off your first Care Of order. Go to takecareof.com, enter code Hallmarkies50. One thing I really liked about the movie is just the sense of community and family. Like it wasn't just about the lead son's story, but also the brother
And
and
that's
and
really
his
what it's about.
BFF and
I'm
yeah.
glad you pointed that out. You know, I have a straight son that comes home from the military, and I set him up too.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's really about the Christmas celebration in this Currier and Ives, idyllic
Mm-hmm.
holiday town and trying to rescue the old train station from being torn down. So it normalizes having a gay son, having a straight son, as if you had a kid with brown eyes. It's all
Right.
good.
Right.
And that's the beauty of it. Because I think that, you know, we've seen the stories of the kid trying to come out and the angst of it and the disapproving parents. We've seen that. And this move pushes the needle forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just
Also, you know, it's nice to celebrate the beautiful diversity of the human experience.
mm-hmm.
We're all not cut from the same cookie cutter.
Yeah. Yeah, and it felt like a genuine family to me. I think they did a really nice job with the casting. Of course, you have a married couple in the lead, so that must have been fun
Yes,
for
I think
them.
that, they were concerned, are we going to have on-screen chemistry? Because sometimes these, like actor couples really don't.
Hmm.
But I thought that they were absolutely charming
Yeah,
together, and they were great. They're a great couple. Like I'm going to be friends with them now.
yeah, yeah.
And they brought their little old dog with them, and I had my dog with me.
Hmm.
And they're very special guys, and they seem very happily married, and they've been together for 10 years already, and it's just a beautiful thing to see their generation married and living their authentic life.
Hmm. I also thought the movie was could be quite funny at times, like when they're stuck up on that roof and
Yes.
they're having to, and he finds out that he's a lawyer, and he's like, "Oh
Yeah.
no."
Yes, yes. And, that's also, I mean, I think that Pat Mills recognized that, uh, we all had a comedic ability that we infused into the piece. And he was extremely open to our suggestions with the script and the tone of our performance so that we can create a family that's not generic
Hmm.
or one note.
Yeah, I like the joke about the that well, yeah, your mom obviously is not from what is Wisconsin or Milwaukee or something like that.
Milwaukee, yeah.
That could tell by that accent.
Well, I'm really saddened that they cut this moment in it that explained my backstory.
Oh yeah.
And it would have been so much better when Hugo, my son, is struggling with whether he should get involved with this guy when he's got kind of one foot out the door, heading towards a very big promotion in London.
Hmm.
And, he said, I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. And I said, of course you're scared. I was scared too. I met your dad in college, and then he wanted to marry me, and I had to say goodbye to my friends and family in New York and move to Milwaukee, but, where I didn't know anyone but
Right.
him. But I said, that turned out okay, right? And they cut that. I think it
Oh,
was a mistake, and so do the boys, but c'est la
yeah.
vie.
It's tough with these TV movies getting everything in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did like the little nod to it. It was funny to me. And overall, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very sweet movie
So
that people
good.
are going to be able to
And
watch with their
we think like a
families.
family. Did you like that scene when we were playing the game?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
When we were doing it, we were
Yeah.
having fun.
It looked
Yeah,
like fun.
it was a very good group.
Hmm. You can tell. You can tell that, and it was filmed. Was this in August that it was filmed?
No,
September?
September. I actually
September.
flew out August 31st from Los Angeles and did a 2-week quarantine. And then we started the movie. And
Hmm.
I ended it like, I think around the 8th of November.
Well, I think
No,
y'all did.
October, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I think y'all did a really good job. I really enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing what everybody thinks. But I don't know, I just thought it was a very sweet movie. I loved the backstory with the station owner,
Oh,
and
yes,
kind of looked at
yes,
that was very sweet. And
yes.
yeah, it's just the kind of movie that I watched and I was like, I can't imagine anybody not enjoying this. This is just
No,
so
yes,
pleasant.
I mean, it's like Sarah Lee. Nobody doesn't like it.
That's right. Well, I know that you have a ton of interviews today, but this was such a delight to get to talk with you. It was really a dream come true to talk with you, and I hope that we can have you back. And like I said, if we can have you on the Francast, that would be we'd all lose our minds. But we love the
So,
show and love the movie and
so it's called the Fran cast because
the Francast.
I should post that anyway.
Yeah, it's
Can
on
you
Apple.
extract part of this interview when we were talking all about the nanny and put it on, or you're not allowed to do that?
No, we could probably do that. We're going to be covering the movie on the Francast as well
Oh,
as on Hallmarkies podcast. But yeah, I mean, I had so many questions I could ask you about the show,
oh, about
but
the show.
trying
Okay.
to,
Okay,
uh,
well, after I finish this tour, that,
yeah.
and also, did I mention the Cancer Schmancer Edu
Yeah,
series?
yeah, I was actually I almost forgot. I was going to ask you about that. And so I know that's really important for you and so why don't you tell people how they can learn more about
Okay,
Cancer
please
Schmancer?
go to cancerschmancer.org and sign up for our free newsletter, and that will automatically entitle you to our brand new 2020 Edu series. I curate the most fantastic outside of the box thinking doctors. We have celebrities sharing their personal stories with poor health, and incredible authors too. And I do interviews, we have panel discussions, we have lecturers, and it's all put up on our website for free, and it's streaming, and you can watch them at your leisure, or if you want to download it before it goes away, you can for a small tax deductible donation. And it's just mind blowing. We all collectively need other points of view so we can make an informed decision. And as we say at Cancer Schmancer, how you live equals how you feel, and you are what you eat. And if you take care of your immune system will take care of you. And please detox your home. So all of those things is discussed over with many different experts over and covering a myriad of health issues that plague Americans and people, other nationals from around the world. So I urge you to sign on. There's absolutely no downside. You need this information now more than ever. And that's also on 1212. It's all Fran all day.
Well, great. We'll have the information for all of that in the description section. People should definitely check out Cancer Schmancer. And do you have social media that you want to share before you go?
Yes, you can go to official Fran Drescher, which is my Instagram as well as Facebook. And then on Twitter, it's just at Fran Drescher. And
Great.
I'm do all of them. I don't always reply, but sometimes I do, and I'm always posting and putting in pictures and things, and so it's definitely me. And if you do ever need to, you could go to info@cancerschmancer.org and connect with us there. We do read those.
Okay, great. And we'll want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. And thank you so much for all you do.
Well, thank you, and good health to you and all of your listeners and viewers. It's a unique time, but it is also a time of self reflection and an opportunity to start looking at how we're living and contributing to our own dis-ease
Mm-hmm.
and getting more balanced in our mind, body, and spirit.
Yes, very much true. On to 2021. That's going to be a great new beginning for all of us, I think.
Yes, yes. Well, right now we can start a new
That's right.
beginning.
It's
There's
true.
no time like the present.
That's right. Thank you so
Well,
much,
take care of
Fran.
yourself, and thank you for
Okay,
supporting this Lifetime movie, even though you're a Hallmarkie.
that's right.
Take care, darling. Love
Bye.
meeting you.
Please let us know your thoughts on all the different things that we talked about in the comments section or on Twitter. We'd really appreciate that. And follow me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. Make sure you're following the podcast at Hallmarkies Pod and Hallmarkies Podcast all over social media. And if you are listening on iTunes, please leave us your ratings and reviews. We really, really, really appreciate those. And if you are listening on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That means so much to us as well. And we also have our Patreon group, which is so much fun, and our merch store, you can get all kinds of festive designs over there. So check that out. And we'll talk to y'all later. Merry Christmas.